What's going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to give you a update on my options portfolio, how it's been doing, some of my recent updates, everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So popping over to 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗘𝗧. So this is my options / swing trade portfolio. A lot of my options haven't actually come kind of hit where I wanted. Ultimately, the market's just been still going up, but nonetheless, I still do feel that the market is very focused and fixated on monetary policy, and that's already been priced in. So a lot of these stocks that are close to the 52-week high, there's a little bit more benefits or more likelihood of it kind of trending down, in my opinion. So regardless, even if a lot of these do get exercised and I ultimately short these companies, I still will make some pretty good money. So starting off, Robinhood, I did do a couple yesterday and no doubtably Friday, like I already said, I am very active with options on Fridays. So that should really give, usually Thursday and Fridays, it's where I get the most money ultimately. But starting off, Robinhood, I did sell 5 $21 strike calls. So generally bearish, because at the time of doing this video, I think it's at 21 and change or something like that. And so again, if I essentially am shorting it, I feel like there is a good likelihood of it kind of trending below that price. So obviously I haven't been right. I'm currently down $327. Nothing really crazy, but still, I feel like even if that does get exercised, I'm okay with that. Lucid most likely will get exercised. So I did have previously 5 of the 350 calls. So again, it is what it is. I did previously have Palantir, so the 3450 and 36. Most likely that 3450 is going to be exercised, but again, my average, because if you take the strike plus my premium, I'm basically shorting it at 35, so the all-time kind of high-ish. I'm okay with that, as I've stated. So I did also sell a $35 call yesterday, only 2 of them. So I got around 32 cents, give or take. And so I'm pretty happy with that. I don't know if that will actually get fulfilled today or kind of exercised, because it is sitting pretty much right around that right now pre-market. But again, if I do and those do get exercised, then that means I'll be having a average just based on that of like, was it 35? Yeah, 35, 32. So yeah, again, I'm good with that. I've made a lot of money shorting Palantir, and like I've stated, I've actually made more money shorting Palantir than going long. So a lot of these, yeah, they don't always hit. But again, when it comes down to options, as long as you're correct 50% or more of the time, then you're still making money in the end. So one thing that I did do that wasn't really, it was more spontaneous, was Starbucks, because it was going up quite a lot. So I do anticipate a little bit more of a pullback, but I did sell 2 $98 calls, and at the time of doing this video, I think it's at $99.20 pre-market. So most likely those will get exercised, but similarly to a lot of these stocks, I feel like there will be an easy pullback to around 97, something like that. So that could obviously revert in me making around $2. Again, based on what I did to get for a premium plus that. So 98.15 is going to be my average. SoFi, I did previously have that. So when it did sell off, I sold, it was 5 650 puts. So basically that's going to be free money for me. Not all that much, $16. And then last but not least, the only thing that I did do was 750 calls. And so SoFi, in case you guys don't know, always does typically struggle with that kind of strong resistance points due to the strike prices. Options, very heavily manipulated for that. So 9 times out of 10, it'll close at like 749, for instance. And that means this will be free money for me. It's only $20, but in theory, even if it does go to 751, 752, I did pay, or sorry, I got roughly around 4 cents for these options. So even if it is at 752, I could still technically close it out and still make a little bit of profit. Very rarely do I ever close out my options, but you never know, right? So some of these will be pretty much easy money. So that $36 call, that 650 put for SoFi, And then aside from that, everything will be we'll just have to wait and see how today does play out. But I'm going to be watching a lot of stocks to see if there is any opportunity to do more options, and we'll go over how that all turns out. But like I said, as long as you're making more money, at least 50% more of the time and stuff like that, then it is what it is. So let me know your thoughts on this. Is there any other options that you guys are focusing on, or stocks? Like I said, really target high volatility stocks. So clearly sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. We'll just have to wait and see how today does play out. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. On a side note, I highly recommend you guys taking advantage of 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗘𝗧. It has a really kick-ass kind of desktop here, has a lot of good information that I pretty much use on every single one of my videos. So definitely take advantage of that. I have a link to them in the description below for it to be all free. With that said, appreciate all of you guys watching. One final thing though, definitely take advantage of this promo. There's 2 weeks left for 𝗪𝗧, and they do give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. And actually, while I'm here, I'll give you guys a good overview. So Palantir, $34.96 pre-market. I also have Robinhood. So pre-market, they're at $21.70. So I did have 21 strikes for that. SoFi also, and actually Lucid is at $391. SoFi is at $752. So that's basically some of the options that I did have. And actually, sorry, Starbucks. So 99.26. So it is pulling back, and based on the volatility yesterday, could easily pull below that 98. And similarly, like I mentioned, I could always close it out prematurely. So let's say it does go to this kind of low 98s, but it's kind of hovering around there. I can easily close it out because I got roughly, I think it was like 36 cents per option. So I can close it out and still make a profit. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And with all that, appreciate all of you watching.